Alright, so some of the parts have come in and some I'm still waiting on. So I've begun rebuilding the hub assemblies for the row openers, and I've already got one. I got one in the vise. This is the one that we're going to go through together. I've got one sort of torn apart, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but got the outer races all torn apart, or taken out, if you will. Those came out, oh, just wonderfully, we'll say. So what I'm gonna do on these, I don't know if you can see this or not. Gotta find it myself here. So it's right there at the bottom. You can kind of see where there's, yeah, you can see in there. Get it so there's light. You can see the gap in that ring. Now that ring separates the front cone from the rear cone, so that the two roller bearings stay spaced out. So what we're gonna do is right there, this is on the outside, right there in about inch and, oh, what was that? Inch and 1/8, I believe, is how far back in I have that measured from the front lip. We're gonna drill a hole, tap that, and then put greaser right there. And what that'll do is that will allow grease to be pumped in right here. That'll come down and hit the top of the shaft that's in there, and ultimately pack the two roller bearings, so that we don't have to do this in the future, because as you're about to see, this is not fun. So I'm gonna set this here. Maybe we'll kind of walk this back. We'll kind of go and see what happens. So first thing you got to do, well, first thing you got to do is get it secured in the vise. But first thing you got to do is take these outer seals off. They're nothing more than a plastic ring. You know, $4 worth of a plastic ring. So you get in there. What I'm using to do that is just a small pry bar. Just get in there, work your way around. There we go. That's the easy part. Do that for the front and back side. That one just kind of came out. Now comes the fun part. Take a chisel and a hammer, and just start tapping. Actually, that went pretty good. The last one fought me. So what I'm doing right here is I just took this, it's an older chisel. I use it for applications like this where it doesn't really matter. It's a Craftsman, so you know, it'll last longer than I live, probably. Anyway, I'm just hammering on the top of this cone right here, this outer race, this cone race. Punch that out, flip it over, and then we'll do the other side. So I guess you could use a slide hammer for this. I tried using mine. The one I got is a larger 5-pound, and it's honestly more awkward than useful. Biggest thing is you want to make sure you're on the cone and not on that snap ring issue. Honestly, you can tell when you're on that cone because both the snap ring and the cone, well, each one have a different level of hardness to them. You can hear the different sound. I know that sounds crazy, but like that's the ring itself. It has a ring to it. And now I'm gonna hit the snap ring just so you can hear what it sounds like. Very, very different. Some of that is that snap ring has a little bit of, it's heat treated a little differently so that it's got some play to it. And the other component is it's snapped into a track, or not a track, but a slot on the inside of this casting. So it'll have a different ring to it than that, which is the outer cone. So there you go. You just kind of work your way around it. It's pretty straightforward. Nothing. There's really no big tricks to it. Just kind of, it's mundane. Now that one. I think I lost something off my workbench. I think I was hammering on my workbench or something. Now, what I do wish I had would be an air hammer, because that would make this a lot easier. But I don't. So we're gonna make this work. And I think we got it. Good riddance. All right, we got 2 of them done. Now, like I showed you before, we want to go in right where that snap ring is, and that's where we're gonna put, look at that, it's right in the valley. So now we get to have some fun. We got to maneuver that gap oh, I love this. We got to maneuver that gap around so that I think I got a pair of snap ring pliers for this. I don't know if they go that big or not. No, they don't. I'm gonna really try to do it without getting it out of there. I don't know if that's doable or not. Ooh. So that got it to move, but the trouble we are hitting is that chisel's a little on the fat side. We'll just get a blunt punch here. See if we can get it to move. Look at that. As you can see, what you can see down in there, I just kind of took the punch, got on the one side, give it a few taps. We got to tap it some more. Okay. Just until it's roughly centered right there. And yeah, now we got that centered up on there. Now that's ready to be drilled and tapped. So that's where we're gonna go next. Let's see how much fun we can have doing this. All right, so we're over here at the milling machine, as you can see, and got the hub all chucked up. Now, here's what I was talking about when we were over there. I have to come in 1.157 inches off the front of this, off the front of the hub. So, as you've seen in earlier videos, we're going to use the digital readout to do this. First things first, I'm going to bring my drill bit down. This is 7/32 because the grease certs that we're going to put in here are 1/4 inch by 28, meaning the thread count is 28. So it's fine thread. To do that, we need the 7/32 drill bit. And what we're going to do, we're going to get the calculator out. We're going to go 7 divided by 32nd. So basically, well, no, we're not going to do any basically. That drill bit is 0.219. 0.219 divided by 2. So that means the radius of that drill bit is, yeah, for craps and giggles, we're going to say 0.11. So that's what we're going to use to center this all up. So first things first, we bring this to touch. Boop. And we come up here, and zero out our y-axis. No. There we go. Forgot to hit the set. Bring that up. Now we're going to pull it back this way. The 0.11. Oopsies. Man. She is a little persnickety. Now watch, if I drop this down, the tip of that drill bit is right there on the lip. So now we hit the Y again. We hit set. Now we go in 1.157. So here we go. Hope if I turned it the right way. 158. I'd say that's pretty good. And right there at B, we're just gonna kind of look at it. We're going to move, scoop them a little bit that way. So we're using all sorts of words now. So we're remember that snap ring is in there, and that snap ring is right about there. So yeah, we're gonna go in a little bit off, but it's fine. It'll be all right. All right, let's fire this thing up, and that out of the way. It's fine. It's fine. Make sure we're cranked to max.
Take your time. There it is. There we go, boys. I'm gonna shut that down so you can hear.
The only downside to doing it that way. So, there is our hole. Now I'm curious. Oh, well, look at that. I don't know if you can see in there or not. That is right in the channel of, that snap ring. So, you know, when you have a digital readout, there's no excuse. All right, I think we made it through. Oh yeah, right there. Starting to see it come out the bottom. Come over here in the light. Take a look at it. There you go. Just as it should have been from the factory. What were you thinking, Mama Deere? What were you thinking? Alright, so I'm gonna go grab some parts clean, spray in there, clean that out good. Once we get that cleaned out good, we'll see how good we did with our threads. And that one's ready for reassembly. All right, so there is the finished product, and I'm gonna go ahead and spray some parts clean in there. This is John Deere parts cleaner, so you know it's the same as the $4 version. And in case you're wondering why I walked away with John Deere parts cleaner versus, you know, the $4 version. I think that was $8. One, the dealer didn't have anything but, and two, oh man, some strong stuff right there, I tell you what. And two, kind of on a tight time crunch, so I figured, well, $4 premium for buying it all in the same location. And I think I just blocked you from seeing what I was doing. Oh well. We don't care, right? This is premium content only. Anyway, we're gonna try this. There is our look at that. Look at that. Right there, guys. Oh, we'll have to take a wrench and run that down there. But that is how, I think anyway, these should have come from the factory. Now, I don't know why you would want it any different. I don't know who in their right mind thought it would be fun to tear these back apart. But somebody out there thought it was. Definitely wasn't me. That's how I would have designed it. So, all right. So now we'll go ahead. We'll knock the new cones back in here, and see how this thing reassembles. So there's the clean casting. All right, now I suppose we could do this, you know, the right way with the correct tool and all. They do make bearing installers to where you can get one the right size and pound it on down in there. So, you know me, I'm gonna do the right thing and not use that tool. I'm gonna use what we got. So there's a couple ways you can do this. One, you can you can really do it the crude way with our friend the chisel again, or you can get a socket which honestly is what a bearing installer looks like. This is that same size, and use it. I'm going to choose to use the socket method. I'm going to use a little bit bigger, I think. See if I got one. Oh yeah, that's a little better. So what you don't want to do, you don't want to crack it. There we go, my friends. It's installed. So that, you can kind of see how that fits in there. Biggest thing here is when you do this, you want to make sure you're not using your best sockets, because obviously you can damage them. So, yeah. So you don't want to flake off some chrome or something like that. Anyway, there you go. Just flip that over. Find our other, and the other one. Drop him in. Grab our socket. Alright, So I'm back. These are the replacement roller bearings. And what I'm gonna do, I got one of these, which is a bearing packer. It is designed to pack these bad boys with grease, obviously. And your grease is down here, bearings up here. Using this, it prevents, well, it's just a cleaner method, honestly. See if I can get you a better view of that thing. Basically, just put your weight into it. And there you go. And have fun getting it up. I guess you still get some of the fun, I guess. Now I'm turning mine over. And there you go. Now, you can get these at pretty much any self-respecting auto parts store. I got this one at O'Reilly's. And when you're done, your bearing's coated, as it should. Should be. And there you go. But honestly, I really like it. Kind of saves a lot of the hassle, a lot of the time that usually goes into packing these bearings. And when you're done, stores nice and neat. Okay, so there it is. Got one of the bearings installed. These picked up from John Deere. This is one of the parts I was waiting on. It's seal number AA26234. I don't even want to say what I paid for these because I'm embarrassed. 12 bucks a piece, not per bag, a piece. So this bag is $24. I think I found a source for a similar seal. Kind of have to do some ingenuity here. Put that there. My workbench was clean when I started this project. Let's kind of tap it on there. There it is. Know what we're gonna do? That seal looks all right, doesn't it? We're gonna do the right thing. We're gonna reuse some seals. Can't be that bad, right? Right? Probably. We're on a budget. I can't help it. I truly can't. You just run that down. You know, like we did on all those other ones. Honestly, what I should do, because now it's going to want to turn. Now I walk back over here. We'll get another one. Put one on the other side. Put that one in the clamp, vise, whatever you want to call it. It's getting dark out. What was a fun summer project has turned into a, oh shoot, we got to get this done. So I definitely, kind of going off of what my comments were earlier, honestly, if someone's going to be doing this, I would recommend getting, get the right tool. Okay. What was I saying about the right tool? Yeah. And so get a packing, I think they call it a bearing driver or packing driver. I'm gonna have to look myself, to be honest. Yeah, if you're gonna do any number of these, it's definitely how you want to install them, for sure. For sure. Alright, then we're gonna put in these little set screws.